Hello everybody, we're back with more arena matches and I have a new opponent this week. Introducing Reindell, a fellow YouTube content creator. How you doing, Reindell?
I'm doing really good. Thanks for having me. It's I'm really glad to be here.
Yeah, well, honestly, you're pretty underrated in my opinion. I saw that you had done some stuff on Reddit, and then I followed the links to the videos, and then the thumbnails caught my eye, and I've just been watching all your should you pulls and a lot of your arena comps because there's some really interesting stuff that you've been doing, and you've been like highlighting the what do you call it? It's the units that are not getting any love.
Yeah, I have like two series going for units that don't get much screen time. One of them is the Unloved, where it's UR units that I guess don't see much play or are older. Next one I want to do is Masherie. I just recently limit break her, so she's going to be coming in. And then on the side I also do MR units because they don't see much play yet. And now that we're getting the Azure Spheres, Azure's Fragment of Thoughts, we kind of have the occasion to build them. So I want people to know which ones perform well, which ones might not be the best investments.
So those videos have a ton of information, lots of detail. So I'll definitely link some of that in the description box if you guys want to check that out. And then the other thing I'm just going to mention real quick about those MRs is I don't know if you saw the like info for the limited guild battle. They had like a little sample picture of how the thing's going to work out, and there was a little toggle to which team you want to make, and it said MR only guild battle as one of the toggles. So that would be so cool if we got a limited guild battle that was 100% only MRs.
Oh yeah, I didn't catch that, but I'm definitely eager to see it.
Yeah, I think a few people would have to panic and just start like awakening and busting out the rainbow rocks. But we're gonna do some arena today, and I want to quickly mention that you have the tankiest Winter Vic that I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's very possible. I've been using Winter Viktora for a couple weeks now, and what I've noticed is whenever I use them originally, she would just get one shot by Frederica's or Nivlu's on the other side. So I figured she has the paladin job. She can be built with a lot of defense. So I've actually been using Golem and then defensive gear, and I'm running her with over 50 points of defense and paladin guard. And she no longer gets one shot. She actually survives a very long time in battle.
And that doesn't, I mean, obviously it will take a little bit away from her damage, but not as much as you'd think. And I'm assuming that's because of the defense penetration.
Yeah, exactly. So her attack suffers a little bit, but she has a very high innate attack, and then the platinum bow also has a lot. So in this build, she's at around 850, which is okay, not like Ruin Stern level, but still pretty high. But then since she has 60% defense penetration, it actually performs really well in terms of offense as well.
So just to complete the picture here, I went hard this week in arena and I ended up finishing 108, and I have two teams that I used to do that depending on what my opponents were. So we're gonna go ahead and run my teams against his tanky Vic, which is definitely a unit I had to be so careful around all week long because she's just so powerful, she's so good, and I guess we're gonna find out how I stack up.
Yeah, let's try it out.
All right, so for the first match, I have my kind of anti-magic and still anti-gunner team. So Winter Viktora is my magic tank, but she's also the earth element, which means she's got some natural resist against these lightning gunners. And then I've got Thancred that's also going to be buffing some defense and taking some missiles to the face. And then finally, Frederica is my cleanup crew that gets a bunch of range and a bunch of AP, and then just kind of barrages down the opponent. And that's the main strategy that I've used this week in arena. But what do you have, Reindell?
On my side, there's also Frederica. She's there as kind of a ranged support. She's going to be casting abilities to strengthen Winter Viktora and then come from the side and finish off enemies. We do have Winter Viktora. She's our main tank and main carry. As we mentioned before, she's very tanky, but she has a ton of AoE abilities, so that's why I'm calling her our carry as well. And then the other character is Halloween Little Dila. Mainly because you asked for a mage, but she's also really useful because she can heal back Viktora, and since she's pretty tanky, every kind of effective HP that she gets back means she can take that many more hits.
Perfect. Okay, we're going to go into the match now. And I did ask for a mage because otherwise, well, we are going to show my other team, which basically subs in Reindell for Venera. Exact same concept, except now I've got 2 missile-resistant tanks running forward, trying to take the attention away from my opponent while Frederica comes up and tries to clean up. But first, we'll try the magic tank version and then go from there.
Oh yeah, and I'm pretty scared because we've tried this a couple times, and I think so far my Halloween Lila never got to do anything. You kill her every time.
Well, yeah, you're missing the one thing that all my opponents had in Arena, which is the Halloween Ryu TMR for the re-raise.
Oh yeah, I wish I had that, but I don't want to pull him just for his TMR. It kind of seems like overkill.
Now, were you one of? Because I know I was kind of on the fence, although I did think it was good. There was a big take at when Halloween Ryu came out, when everyone said, you know, oh, re-raise isn't that strong. This is not a big deal. It's like kind of Immortal Spirit, but whatever. But obviously, it's turned out to be a pretty huge deal, especially when you have Immortal Spirit and re-raise.
Oh yeah. No, I thought it would be strong, but I never pulled Ildira until like a week ago, I think. So when Halloween Lila came out, I was like, I need a calculator unit. And so I pulled for her, even though knowing that the TMR would be a bit less useful. And that's where I see all those teams with Halloween Lila and Halloween Ryu's TMR, and I'm kind of jealous. But hey, I'm still happy with what I've got on my account.
Exactly, and that's pretty good damage there. So that was 2,700 damage, and you stripped my Heart of Stone, so Thancred had to reapply it.
Yeah.
And then now we're going to see if we can get a big barrage here.
Oh, all 3 of my units.
Did I miss?
You missed my Frederica, which was not a reflex. You just plain missed her.
Wow.
I'm surprised.
You know what I realized? We've got crystals on.
Oh, yeah, that's
Look
true.
at that.
That's going to change things around a little bit.
Yeah, you don't see those in Arena.
Yeah, I also want to point out that your attack from Frederica only did 2k to my Winter Viktora, so she took that pretty well.
Now, and I've been playing, obviously, a ton of Arena, and I have not faced a Winter Vic that I haven't been able to one-shot. Okay, there we go. So that's, like, obviously without a miss, there's one less opponent. But look at this, like, that's 2 barrages. So your Winter Vic is taking 2 shots from a Frederica prime for damage. That's pretty impressive. Yeah.
So far so good, but now I think you'll take her out with this third attack. Not even, but Thancred will surely.
Surely, well, we'll see. Thancred. You know what? One thing about Thancred that's kind of cool is he has all of that attack that's not base attack. So I've put a magic card on him with no attack, the agility card, and that actually hasn't affected his damage too much because his attack's actually pretty high. It's just that he doesn't get like huge boosts from like Ifrit or Vow of Love or anything. But that's I'm actually appreciating that extra 100 attack on his master ability at this point.
All right, well, seems like your team did just fine.
All right, let's go to the next one. Now it's time for match 2, and I have switched over to my Reindell team, and you've also switched your team.
Yeah, exactly. So I've swapped Frederica for Nivlu because she has a little bit more utility than Frederica. And then I've switched Halloween Lila for Rosa because she's a missile unit, but she can still provide some magic attacks in a pinch.
So I'm just going to warn you right now, we're going to get into this one, that my Reindell is going to punch your Rosa in the face. And I don't apologize.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm expecting her to die, possibly. But if I do get the Holy off, I'll possibly one-shot your Reindell. So be ready. I might be surprising you there.
You know, honestly, Rosa's been one of the coolest units that I almost never get to see because so many people pulled for Kayn instead of her. But she can do like attack-based damage with missiles. She can do magic-based damage. She's really solid. The healing, the special, and then you said there's one key part of her that people kind of underrate.
Yeah. One thing that's really strong about her is she has the starting AP of a mage, so you kind of don't need bells. She always has enough AP to do whatever she needs.
So So I just got a bunch of AP from that crystal, so that's kind of lame.
Yeah, that's definitely playing to your advantage.
Yeah.
But let's see. My team might have a chance still. We're decently strong. Oh, not Heart of Stone on Raldor. How much defense do you have?
Oh, and you know what? I haven't checked recently, but I'm assuming it's gonna be up like 70 something or higher.
Yeah. I think that might just put me in a bit of trouble. But let's see how we do. So Ice Crystal Arrow takes no damage. Oh gosh.
But this is where Viktora can really, mess me up. She can strip the barrier. She can shoot through all of that defense or most of that defense. So there's the barrier gone.
Yeah.
And then we're going to see what kind of opportunity you get here. So there's the Taunting Blade. And that would have happened, I think that would have happened regardless of the crystal.
That's a lot of damage.
Yes.
So you do take Rosa out in one hit.
Yeah, so I actually have a max Ifrit on my Raldor. And that allows me to really just get that one punch, and then Frederica's the cleanup. Like, that's always kind of my goal. So Raldor can die, Thancred can die. Thancred's really just there for the Heart of Stone, although he can take some missile damage. But it's all so that this little Demon Purger. Yeah, see, and that would have happened. That would have been a punch. That would have been a frontal punch, I guess, because of the
I think
height
a normal
difference.
attack.
Yeah, that's definitely a shame.
I mean, we get to see Raldor at full capacity, similar to to if you had been running bells on him. So I guess that's not a major issue.
Yes, it's true. Yeah, and I do like to run bells on. Oh my god! See, look at that! That's gotta kill! That's gotta kill your Vic! Come on!
No, man, it's just a barrage. It's a weak attack.
Pretty sure it has a large modifier, man. Like, your Vic is so tanky, it's crazy.
Yeah, she's pretty impressive. And then, but your team doesn't group up. I have a lot of AoE capabilities, but your team does a really good job at spacing your units. So even if you were fighting enemy Frederikas, you just would not get hit by AoE attacks. Yeah,
well, no, I had to figure something out with pathing. I used Ramza originally instead of Thancred, but I actually had more grouping with that. So he was a really good addition for the buffs, and just he doesn't group up too much either.
Well, that was definitely a good performance from Raldor. I was really impressed by his Taunting Blade damage. So
we've got one more match in store for you guys, and I'm running the same team, but Reindell, you've switched it up again.
Yeah, I've made some very small changes. I've switched Rosa for Frederica because I've seen how Raldor slapped me the first time, and I don't want to have that happen again. So we did that little change, and then I turned off Haste for Nivlu because I figure a Quicken will be much more efficient in this team because you just close in very quickly. I believe you're running Agility up on your team so that you can act before the gunners on the other side.
Exactly right, and so I've also got Raldor naturally has that jump 2, and then Thancred has jump +1 equipped, so that they can both just scale the cliffs, and they don't really need to worry about running around the side, because getting across the map against gunners is the name of the game. So
yeah,
let's see how it goes.
Let's see. I'm hoping to get at least one win out. But your team's really strong. I can get how you got to rank 100 with it.
Yeah, well, and you're being a good sport, of course, helping me showcase. So I do want to mention that we played a few matches before we did filming, and you beat me a few times. So there's also some variance too in Arena, and it's so weird. Like, you never know. Once in a while, the AI just does different things too. Yeah, there's AI variances, and then there are crystals on this map, but I don't think crystals played a huge role so far. I think in the last match they might have. I think Raldor definitely got a boost. Like, he's going to get a huge boost right now from this crystal. So that is actually a pretty huge deal to mention.
So he would normally have 47 AP.
Which is still enough for the Taunting Blade, right?
Yeah, it's enough for the first Taunting Blade.
Yeah. And that's what I bank on, is getting, if he can one punch and that's where Reflex makes climbing the ladder this week and last week just a nightmare, like having just a ton of reflexers all over the place. Although I guess these two don't.
Yeah.
Okay, there's the quicken.
Yeah, here's the quicken, and let's see what it provides us. So it allows me to break your barrier early. And then everyone from my team goes again before you guys' go.
And there's the reflex.
That would not one-shot Frederica, because she's running a +5 platinum robe. But it would have dealt some damage.
Yeah, and then Raldor might... oh no, you're spreading out here. Come on, finish off one of my guys, right?
That's so sad. What's my AI thinking?
And then that would have been a punch. So so I think that's a huge thing there. Your Fred would be alive.
No, that was your Raldor's first attack, so he would have enough AD for that one.
No. That was the first one. That's right. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. He did. Okay. No, we're good.
So now he's taken out.
And then here's the range. Sharpshoot, man. Yeah, and you guys, you have some good defense.
Oh yeah, but I barely lived. And your tank grid's really tanky as well. Like, are you running any kind of additional missile resistance, or is that just natural tank grid?
That's just natural him, because I just haven't worked on his... okay, good, that hit. I haven't worked on his Esper Resonance, so he's actually got Ifrit maxed.
Oh, interesting. So Ifrit does provide a little bit more missile resistance, though.
I just don't think I built it. It's all... I think it's all
right, then.
Yeah, I never switch my Esper... skills, because I can't accept that you have to pay for the 50 Vizier every time.
Yeah, it's pretty weird that it would be that expensive for like something that you should be able to change at will. So
it's
here
such a cool
I tanked
aspect.
2 hits from your Frederica back to back with a chain.
And there's the Revitalize. So you did get me off my Revitalize game on this match with the quicken.
Yeah, but I think at that point you're gonna kill me, because I just can't get in range for you.
We'll see. I'll definitely die to your... And you just got a smoke screen up. Here we go. Moment of truth. Oh, arm shot. Look at that.
Oh,
1200.
Yeah, I'm winning this one. Unless you get a reflex off, I'm good.
That would pay back for the one before. No! Oh, that was earned. You know what? I think if we did that 10 times, you're gonna get 9 of those.
I don't know, honestly, because I got 1 reflex early, but I don't think it mattered much, because your Raldor then one-shot me.
So I'm going to mention right now that the you lose on my screen, your camera is actually covering up the lose, so it's kind of like we don't really know what happened.
Oh, okay. So maybe you win? Is that it?
Maybe. Yeah, that could say it just could be like a red you win with some cool fire effects coming up and Raldor looking very aggressive.
Raldor does look very aggressive. If he looked at me like that, I would give him the win.
All right, well, I think that's all we're gonna show you guys for today, and I just want to give a huge thank you to you, Reindell, for coming on and helping me showcase the team, and kind of also showcase a very, very cool Winter Viktora build that I literally did not see on the ladder in my travels last week. So thank you so much.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. Really, it's I'm really glad to be on here and just to have some the chance to work with you, and then to showcase one kind of funky build that few people run. And I'll be honest, I didn't see your build either. I haven't run into anti-missile teams that often, and I'm really impressed to see Raldor just rush to me and kill my gunners before they get the chance to do anything. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, he is the best. Anyway, so guys, seriously, you've got to go check out Reindell's channel. He does Should You Pulls, he does character reviews, lots of arena content, and then I think there was even some class match content last CM. So pretty much everything that you'd see from the majority of content creators. But it's really good stuff. Like, you go into the numbers, I know. I definitely noticed that when you're going over some stats. Some really good graphics and stuff, so I'll link all of that in the description box, and just go ahead and go and subscribe to his channel.
Hey, thanks so much for the shout out. If you guys do come to my channel, please let me know where you're from. I'll be glad to send some more thank you messages to Mysidia from that.
All right, and then that's going to be it. So thank you guys, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.